Welcome to running the chi-square test of independence in Desmos. So again, working with that same example we've been working with, the study was run to determine if there was a relationship between student status and major area out of college. Researchers took a random sample of 200 students. The data is recorded below. Can we conclude at the 5% significance level that student status is associated with major area? So in previous videos, we talked about what the hypotheses would be, as well as what we would expect if the total row and column were the same, but then the numbers were more evenly distributed between the other boxes. Now we're going to go ahead and actually just run the test in Desmos. So the part of the table that we need to consider for Desmos is just the subcategory boxes. So we are going to ignore the total. This is what we will enter into Desmos. So we should ignore the total row and the total column. So this is what we will enter into Desmos. So we've got 36, 41, 31 for the first row, 21, 36, 35 for the second row. So from here, let's go ahead and follow the link. So we had 3 columns, right? Natural sciences, social sciences, and humanities. So we are going to look at 3 columns. And we had, I believe it was 36. Let me make this bigger. 36, 41, and 31. And then we had 21, 36, and 35, if I remember correctly. Right. So from here, there's all sorts of stuff going on in the background. You're just going to scroll all the way through. The expected values are here. I apologize, I had to put in an X and Y column, otherwise it won't just update automatically. So we'll have to sort of just arrow our way over to get our expected values. These should match the ones that we found by hand in the earlier video. And then this is our chi-squared statistic is 3.25. Our degrees of freedom is 2. And then our p-value is found to be 0.1963. So I'm going to take a series of pictures and then transfer these into our notes. All right, so here's what we pulled over from, or what we entered into Desmos. So we had 3 columns to enter. So we use the 3 column folder. And then beyond that, we entered the observed values. So these are the two rows I highlighted. So this is the table minus or not including the total row and column. And then if we scroll down, in Desmos, it spits out some relevant information. You have to do quite a bit of scrolling to find it. So this is our expected values. So Desmos calculates the expected values for us. So you don't need to do that by hand. Desmos will do all that work for you. This is our chi-squared statistic, which is actually written this way. So that's our chi-squared. Then beyond that, we have our degrees of freedom. We have our degrees of freedom. And then if you scroll down a little more, we have our p-value. So this is sort of just Desmos doing all the work for us rather quickly.